Where'd it go?
We are live 364 days a year. What are we doing here?
If Dom turns at SummerSlam, I'm shaving my moustache off. I've told you, if that happens, it's going. My lip is cold because of a stupid bet that I made on YouTube.
Oh, good.
Wrestle's better than Daniel Bryan Daniels. Better than Okada.
How do you not get 60 after Monday Night Raw?
What is going on, everybody? We are back once again with another edition of Wrestling Republic's Off the Air. It is Tuesday, August 19th. I'm fired up to be here. We've got the original crew this week. I'm stoked to introduce him to you, reintroduce him to you. First and foremost, let me send this one across the country to the DMV. Get your twos up for the Tuesday Night Delight. Shoddy is in the building. What's good?
What's going on, man? It's your boy Shad Talks Graps, and I am back for the good old reunion of Off the Air. It's been a couple weeks, man. Bear with me, y'all. I got a lot of stuff going on, but we here. We gonna make this work. And yeah, man, I'm happy, bro. We Heat Wave weekend. Let's talk a little bit NXT and predictions.
No doubt about it. But before we do that, we absolutely need to send this to Louisville for the guy that you got to remind me again, Driz.
Good morning, afternoon, and evening. It's the guy you should believe in. It's your boy Dryzzy, a.k.a. the Wrestling Plug. You don't know what to watch. I always got what you need. It's getting that heat wave. Hot outside. It's the real life 90 out here.
It is. It is the real life heat wave in more ways than one.
I'm a bad. I hurt my knuckle just now.
Oh, you good?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good.
That might be the first official injury mid off the air, so we do need to document that. If you have to get it checked out, make sure you file that on the injury report for next week, because last thing you want to do is get fined by the league, for misfiling injuries like certain teams in the past have. Sorry, I'm just getting ready for the NFL season. I'm too excited. But before that, we've got Heat Wave, of course, named after ECW pay-per-view, as I remembered tonight. Let's talk about Dark State. Dark State versus Hank and Tank. We definitely know who's going to be tagging on the Hank and Tank side. Drizzy, let me go to you first here. Who's it going to be for Dark State? Because there's 4 of them, and it's not going to be 4-on-2.
It's when you're dealing with Dark State, it's always 4-on-2. But officially, I really think we're gonna get Dion Lewis, and I really don't want him to be in it, but I really it's gonna be Dion Lewis and Cutler James, Booty Man, because all his promos seem to be about butt.
It's true.
I do not like him. I do not like him one bit.
I will say, and I'm not trying to be that guy, but Driz, isn't Dion Lewis the New England Patriot? Did we mess this up NFL-wise?
Dion Lennox.
It's Lennox. You were throwing me off. I'm like, wait a minute, that's the former Patriot.
Yeah. Former Eagle, too. Like Trick Williams.
That's it. But I mean, the way they do these things, they put your smart person with your slow people, and Cutler ain't the sharpest tool in the shed. So Dion's gonna have to do a lot of heavy lifting on this one. But like I said, when you're dealing with all of Dark State, it's always 4-on whatever.
So who is your prediction?
I am going Dark State. We did the Hank and Tank. They can have a great match, but I really feel like the honeymoon's over. The division is in shambles, and I don't think that it can be sustained on the back of Hank and Tank. So, Dark State for the win.
I hear you there 100%. So we have one pick, Dark State. Shoddy, first I'm going to ask you, though, do you agree that it's Dion Lennox and Cutler James, or do you think it may be 2 of the other members of Dark State? And do you also agree with Drizzy's pick as well? Who's your prediction?
It definitely better not be anybody on that team other than Saquon Sugars. Come on, man. The DMV needs representation in the WWE, man. We're talking about a real Southeast DC cat, and he's just, he's the epitome of it, man. He is what makes this horrible faction seem palatable. So yes, Saquon Sugars will be one of the people, and then the other one will be, I don't care. Honestly, it could be Chase Claypool on their team, right? Don't they got Chase Claypool on their faction? I don't know his name. Osiris.
Chase
Osiris.
Osiris the Virus. Yeah, it's gonna be Saquon Sugars and Osiris the Virus versus Hank and Tank. The NXT men's tag division is a absolute joke. It sucks. It is so garbage. All of the teams suck. Hank and Tank suck. Dark State sucks. Everything sucks about this match. And this is gonna be a match that I have zero care for at all. Now, I say that to say this. I got Dark State winning because I guess they're the more like appealing team on this. But in all actuality, who cares? Like, Hank and Tank were a flash in the pan. They had a great match against Fraxium, who has a great match with anybody, and they got exposed. They're not who we thought they were going to be. They're just two goofballs that can't establish anything correct in this landscape of professional wrestling. They're the epitome of failures, and they're basura, they're garbage, and they drop the ball, and they have to lose to a bigger garbage team. That's how bad they are.
Honestly, Shad, it's really hard to follow because I do have to be the third to make a prediction. So
I got Dark State winning though.
We have two picks, Dark State, and yeah, I could see it being Saquon Sugars and Dion Lennox. I could also see Dion and Color James, but I'm gonna pick Hank and Tank to retain the titles. I think they're gonna win the match.
Not a pity vote. Not the pity
I'm
vote.
Just going. No, it's not the pity vote. I'm just going full prediction mode. I have a bad feeling that they're actually going to win. And I was trying to come up with a reason to be like, it's 3 for 3 and all of this. But I have like a bad feeling in the pit of my stomach that is the booking. I'm predicting this one from a strictly booking standpoint. Trust me, I've been backing it up with like, oh, it's cool. And it's like,
bro, just because they fixed your car doesn't mean you got to vote for them.
I don't think so. I think they look like the cheap version of, their Public Enemy Light. Like, it's goofy. I don't like it at all. But I have a weird feeling in my stomach that they're going to win the match. So that's why I'm making the prediction. And I hope I'm wrong. Dryzzy, I am in agreement.
I'm shaking my head. I'm judging you. I am judging you.
Honestly, who cares who wins this match?
Exactly. And that's why I'm afraid.
Where the hell are the tag teams at?
I know.
Like, who else is a tag team?
I mean, they're all gone. I mean, Sean Spears and Nico Vance are in the back haunting Charlie Dempsey.
I mean,
the No Quarter Catch Crew is now an intergender tag team.
Jakara Jackson's gone.
OTM is in the hood robbing somebody. I don't know. I have not seen them in a while. I didn't know if one of them got hurt or what.
We need more tag teams, guys.
And Idris Enofe got sent to Evolve. Him and Malik should have been champions, bro.
This is brutal. It's tough. Let's move on from the tag division because honestly, that was less fun than I wanted it to be.
It got as much time as it deserved on our show. Let's go to the next one.
Talk about a number one contender match. Let's talk about Lola Vice. Let's talk about Kalani Jordan. And let's talk about
I love talking about all them. I love talking about them girls.
Now we're back.
Now we got a match.
We're super back. I am not going to go first. Shoddy, I'm going to let you go first here as far as predictions, but also this has got to be a triple threat that is an auto show stealer. Am I wrong?
Yeah, man. These are the three women that are homegrown and have just instantly hit a sense of star power. And that's what you love to see. You got three, like, just girls that came from a different avenue and just picked up this thing of pro wrestling and just ran with it and became stars throughout it all. And I'm super excited for it, bro. I think all three women are exceptional. Kalani Jordan is just one of the most overall like well-rounded professional wrestlers on the roster. Jada Parker is like the epitome of a superstar. She just oozes charisma. And then Lola Vice, man, she is kind of like a mix of both, right? Like just a force to be reckoned with as a competitor in ring, but got the charisma, got the cockiness, and really putting a lot of work, man. Talking about what she's done this past weekend at Triple Mania for Triple A and doing what she needs to do. So I'm excited for it, man. The winner, this is a tough one. This is a very tough one. I cannot lie to you. I think I'm gonna go with the hot hand, man. In the words of Booker T, I gotta go with the Cholula Spice. I gotta go with Lola Vice. I think this is her year. I think we are seeing them really put a bigger focus on the Lola, and I think that star power is gonna start getting paid a little bit more dividends. I think she gets the win, and I think it's gonna be her versus JC Jane. So when we get to that road for that matchup, but I'm gonna go with Lola Vice.
I love the pick. I love how you broke that down. Man, yeah, Lola Vice has been on fire this year. She's been on fire really ever since she stepped foot in NXT, and I think it's an excellent pick.
She got a contract extension too, man. So that means she's doing something right. Good for her.
They believe, no doubt about it. Not just us, but Dryzzy, I'm going to go to you next on this one. Who is your pick? Kalani, Jada, or Lola Vice? I guess I just made that sound like all their last names are Vice, but either way.
Gotta love this match. It is going to be a show stealer for sure. It's kind of funny because I was before looking at this match, seeing this match was on the card. We were looking at like this might be the show where the women's division won't overshadow the men, but then we seen this match like, that went out the window. Lola is the hot hand. It is very easy to jump on that bandwagon because ever since the trip, it's like she was always on the trajectory of moving up, but ever since the AAA merger, she's been getting more reps, and you get better with more reps, more time. Kalani has been in the spotlight for a while, chasing the NXT Women's North American title, and Jada has been a main eventer for a little bit now. Me myself, I'm rocking with Jada on this one. She was always that number. No matter who the top three were, she was always the one right there next to it, ready to break through that glass ceiling. And I think that on Head Heat Wave, that'll be the night that she finally shatters that glass ceiling and builds her little throne at the top of the mountain when she wins this number one contenders match. So my pick, Jada Parker.
I absolutely love that, Drizzy, especially because number one, it's a really good pick, and I think either Jada or Lola can win. But for my pick, it's Kalani Jordan, the most overlooked star in the women's division on NXT. Kalani will carry this match. She'll be the standout of the triple threat match, and she'll get the victory, disappointing both fan bases further. And that'll come back around later and work out in all of our favors. But Kalani wins this one in my eyes, mostly just to make it 1-1-1.
I don't think there's not a bad pick in this because equally all three of these women could very well bust through to the top of that division from her. Like this is the upper part of the division. Like I know we got Jordan, we got Blake Monroe up there, and we have JC Jane, but these are the three. These are the three.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I'm with you. Let's go to another triple threat match. Ironically, we're talking about the TNA Knockouts title match. We've got the modern day Double J, JC Jane, Masha Slamovich, and wow, I almost.
That's JA double C Y JA double N. Ain't she great?
Masha Slamovich. Exactly.
See, I almost did that. That's why I caught myself on that too. But and then Ash by Elegance, the artist formerly known as Dana Brooke. I'm actually decently excited about this, but not as excited as I feel like I should be. I'm going to give my pick out of the gates. I'm going to go with JC Jane. Retains. Because why not? Why not? Let it keep rolling. It's bugging people, and I like that. Drizzy, what's your pick?
JC Jane has been a serviceable champion. She's put more eyes on TNA, and I don't hate that. Y'all know I'm the resident TNA Shield. I would down that shield that the Knockouts division is been one of the best divisions in wrestling for a while now. Yes, it is a down moment at this point in time, but I also think it's time for that belt to go back to TNA. I don't think Masha gets it though. I believe that all the extra shit that you get with the Elegance brand is going to be too much because you also have to worry about you have to worry about Heather, you have to worry about Iceman, you have to worry about three other people on top of it. So I am going with Ash by Elegance as the new TNA Knockouts champion to go ahead and round out them holding all the gold in the women's division in TNA.
Wow. I actually really like that pick, Drizzy. I did not necessarily have that on my bingo card, but
Heavens
out of
no.
left field, I see Shad shaking his
Heavens
head.
no.
Sometimes you gotta remember there's gonna be a lot of they bring a lot of bullshit with them when they come out there, and bullshit catches up a lot.
It
You
does.
see it. You see it
And
work for JC. Why wouldn't it work for Dana? I mean,
Yeah.
Ashley.
Yeah, Ash. You're not fooling nobody. We know you're Dana Brooke. You could take Scooby Doo villain mask off. We know you're Dana Brooke, and Dana Brooke does one thing really well in WWE: lose. So she should not win, and she will be an ultimate loser because that is what she is. Because that's what she did tonight. She is a big old loser, trash by negligence. We don't want you here, anyways. This is a tough one. And I feel like again, man, we're just gonna have to split the votes, guys. I'm gonna go with Masha Slamovich. I think this is a very secure way for her to get the belt back and for our grand champion JCJ not to get pinned. You know, Ash by Elegance can be the fall girl. She can eat the pin. She could be the loser, and Masha can get that title, bring it back. You know, equal exchange, one win for an NXT person out in TNA. The TNA person wins on NXT. All is good in the world. You know, Masha can do what she needs to do, and JC Jane can just continue to focus on the big leagues and continue to be the forever NXT Women's Champion.
as soon as you said Scooby Doo, all I could think was like, if not for those meddling kids. No, but I like it. We've got 3 separate picks. I think it makes for a more fun PLE than I think we might have thought going into the prediction show. At least in my eyes, I don't know. We've got different choices there. Let's talk about another one because it was a funky segment tonight. Obviously, the Secret Hervis removes the table. You know, you don't want to take any risks before the sit down segment with Chelsea Green and Ethan Page opposite Tyra May Steele and Tavion Heights. Ava comes out and books the match for the show this weekend. Chelsea Green was really the highlight of this segment. I think that's about all the positive I've got on this one. I don't know where we were going here. I think Tyra May Steele's solid on the microphone. I think Tavion Heights is solid on the microphone. This really didn't land the way I think we hoped it would in Philly. I don't know. Give me your thoughts on it, Drizzy, and give me your prediction as well.
One thing you do not do in Philadelphia, if you're not CM Punk or Paul Heyman, is have a talking segment. They will eat you up alive. They will eat you alive. Like why would Philadelphia is one of the toughest crowds, and it is all because they grew up with ECW. They currently have CZW, and it always BTA about that action. And this segment was not that. Y'all should have did this last week when y'all was at the Performance Center or wherever the hell y'all were at. do not do this. As entertained as I am with Chelsea Green and Ethan Page, this was not the thing to do out there in front of live people, and it was definitely went on way too long. Now, as much as I love the combo of Chelsea Green and Ethan Page, I know I have gone on saying I want this to be my new Team Canada. They do not have the skill level to go toe to toe with a Tyra May Steele and a Tavion Heights. Why do they call him Tavion Heights? Because he throws you so high in the air. It's always some type of game to see how high he can send you. That's why they call him Tavion Heights. And Tyra May Steele, because when she slams you, you feel all the steel underneath the ring. So I am going with Team USA. Tyra May Steele, and Tavion Heights. And I do have one last request, please, WWE NXT Sean, whoever's booking this, please do not book a flag match the next week after. Because I really see, I've been watching wrestling for a while. I know that's how these things normally go. That it, please, no flag matches, please and thank you.
Anything but a flag match. I'm so with you. That would be devastating, honestly, after whatever happens in this. So we've got one pick, Tyra May Steele and Tavion Heights. Shadi, I got to go to you next. I mean, the segment was funky, like we said. The match is announced. I think it can be really entertaining. Chelsea opposite Tyra May could be really fun. The fear, all those things, the way the Secret Service can play in. But do you see any kind of weird result here? What do you see in this one?
I think this is just Chelsea Green coming down to NXT to help establish and build a young superstar, and I think it's gonna hold a twofold purpose. I think you can progress Tavion Heights and Ethan Page to be a feud for the North American title after this show, and I think it's to allow Tyra May Steele to have a continuous great showing, LFG winner, and getting a win over Chelsea Green. So yes, I have Team America beating Canada. I think they can benefit a lot from this. I think Tyra May is someone that they got a little bit of stock in. You know, she won LFG kind of like how Jasper Troy won LFG. And she hasn't really done as much on a weekly basis as Jasper Troy. This is kind of the first, integral thing that they've kind of put her in. And it's a great person to put you in a position with. I think Chelsea is the ultimate Teflon character. She can eat losses and it won't affect her because she's so comedic and she's so entertaining. So yeah, I got them losing. I got Tavion and Tyra May pulling up with the dub.
I don't know. Chelsea was not entertaining Chelsea tonight. She was kind of hot. I know. Can Matt Cardona fight?
So we have two picks, Tavion and Tyra May. I think they'll get the victory, but the Secret Service will get sort of their comeuppance. It'll be one of those where the bad guys stand tall despite the good guys winning situation.
Kaylee Ray.
Yeah, I hear you there. Either way, I do think that's kind of the way it's going to go down. I think it'll be some sort of a roll-up situation. Maybe a Tyra May rolls up Chelsea Green, and then you get the beat down after the match. Maybe she gets draped in the Canadian flag of sorts. I hate to say that, Dryzzy, but I just have a bad feeling that that's in the cards.
I don't want a flag match.
I know. I'm with you. That's the worst part. I hate saying it, but you're probably right. It's gonna happen.
Yeah, this storyline.
I'm just doing my best to be objective there. It's not like I'm saying what I want to happen.
Lie to me, damn it.
I know.
Come on, man. It's WWE, man. They love America versus other foreign countries, man. That's like their bread and butter dog shit booking storylines they always do.
They've done a lot of Canada versus the US. It'll never get better than I will say. John putting the Canadian flag up his nose is still iconic. That is hilarious. When
That
HBK did
that
back
was
in the
the
day.
only time. That was the only time I'll take it because he
Yeah, that
actually
was
made it.
actually like it was so funny. And he's like
Ooh,
dancing around with it. You're just like,
like, ooh, that's not good.
that's
That's definitely not gonna be.
unbelievable.
That's definitely not gonna turn out good.
Well, the craziest part is he did that. He's in Canada. He was like staying at a
And
Canadian hotel.
and got out and got away free. He got away. like
He got out scot free.
ooh.
Oh, it's so funny. All right, let's talk about another match. I've got a bonus match for us too because we really blitzed through these predictions that we'll talk about at the end. But let's talk about Blake Monroe and Jordan Grace. We've got the wily veteran in Jordan Grace, obviously, and then we've got this hot new upstart Blake Monroe that nobody's heard of and nobody knows her history. She does look oddly like Mariah May. I understand the comparisons, but there is zero proof that they are the same person whatsoever. As far as I know, Mariah May is still the hottest free agent out there when it comes to the professional wrestling scene. But Shadi, I'm going to go to you first on this one. Who do you see getting the victory here? Is it Jordan Grace or is it this new upstart from out of nowhere, Cinderella story, Blake Monroe? Does she get the win?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, this is probably one of the more excited matches I have anticipating for the entire weekend. Obviously, this and Forbidden Door happening on the same day, but I think this match has a potential to be one of the show stealers of this card in particular. And I think it's going to be really good, man. Storyline aside, Blake Monroe, Mariah May, and Jordan Grace both just have such a physical, hard hitting style. They work so stiff. Obviously, Blake wrestling in the past out in Stardom. That's kind of her go-to. Working with Joshi's and Jordan Grace. Like, to me, if it can kind of be a little similar to when Jordan wrestled Julia earlier this year, like one of my favorite matches on NXT the entire year, I'm a happy camper. Like, and I think they're gonna take it to that degree. I think they're gonna open the door of just becoming very physical, very stiff. So I'm super duper hyped for this match. For a winner, I'm going to go with Blake Monroe. I think she has a little bit more to gain in this situation. I think Jordan, in the short time that she's been in NXT, has kind of done a lot. And I think we're in a little bit of a holding pattern. I don't know if she's going to get the NXT title, but I think she could benefit potentially getting onto the main roster. So maybe her sights are set there, but I think her time in NXT is a little bit more long lasting, and I think she could benefit getting a first feud win over JG. So I got Blake Monroe.
Wow, Blake Monroe, the new upstart, total rookie, from out of nowhere. That's a heck of a pick, Shoddy. No, yeah, absolutely. Do you think there's a possibility, maybe since we obviously haven't seen
the best wrestle?
Exactly. We haven't seen Mariah May though, obviously since her departure from AEW. Do you think there's a chance that she maybe shows up at Forbidden Door on Sunday as well in London?
Probably not.
Maybe your hometown. I don't know. I mean, we
not.
haven't heard from Mariah May in forever, so I am totally curious about her whereabouts. But it would be interesting if Blake Monroe is able to pick up this victory. Dryzzy, I do want to get your thoughts though, as far as this match is concerned. Do you think that this rookie Blake Monroe from out of nowhere has a chance to beat a veteran like Jordan Grace?
Yeah, I'm not feeding the Clark's bullshit. All right, so there's good and bad in this whole thing. There is this feud was rushed. There's we're in a rock and a hard space, and I feel like the booking for it is gonna hurt somebody. Who does it hurt more? Does it hurt the person starting out in NXT who is known for a legendary feud in another company? Or is it going to hurt the person who they're trying to basically build this division around? This feud happened because they didn't want a hot shotter to the women's title. And I completely understand that. But we've kind of gotten to a point where if you beat Blake Monroe right now, why do we care about her later? And if we beat Jordan, that just postpones the her trip to the NXT Women's Title. If she gets one, she very well might be an Elias and never win a belt while she's on NXT and go right to the main roster. We don't know. So for that, I am going to go with what I think should end up happening, and that is I think that Jordan should beat Blake. But Jordan is who they're trying to build as a face in this women's division, the best women's division in wrestling. And they can't do it with her losing to someone like Blake right now because they've played her as this chicken shit heel who can't win matches or anything. And Blake kind of needs the edge. I could definitely see Blake losing this match and then becoming the conniving evil woman that she is portrayed to be and who she was when she was Mariah May in a AEW. So I'm going with Jordan for the win.
I love it. So we've got one pick Blake Monroe, one pick Jordan Grace. I will break the tie here.
I wonder who you're gonna pick.
Fortunately, actually believe that the loser of this match is main roster bound, and so I cannot put a hot new upstart that I've never heard of in my life like Blake Monroe on the main roster. So I actually believe she wins this match over Jordan Grace. And Jordan Grace makes her main roster debut maybe even as early as next Monday night. I'm not even sure, but I do believe it's possible.
SmackDown needs some girls, man.
SmackDown more. So Friday. Sorry, I said Monday because it sounded cooler.
Damn, bro, I'm about to say
I was
they
trying
take all the girls.
I was trying to get real commentary guyish there. That's on me.
Granted, Monday is taking a big blow. They don't need anybody else on that roster.
Yeah, Friday. I meant Friday.
If I gotta watch freaking like Zelina Vega wrestle for the U.S. title again, I'm gonna just. I don't even know, bro.
All right, let me try that one more time. I think maybe even as early as next Friday night on SmackDown. Is that better?
Awesome. Yeah, it's better.
Okay.
Blake Monroe's going to SmackDown.
No, Jordan Grace. Shoot. We cannot.
Although Blake and Julia running it back will be fire.
Can you imagine on the Saturday shows I have to talk about Blake Monroe? It's hard enough on Tuesday nights. Jeez Louise. It'd be brutal. Midday.
It ain't hard to talk about her.
You gotta put
lovely young lady.
I have no research on her. She has no backstory.
I need. So this is what I need.
The research is what you're watching in current time.
This is what I'm gonna need, Ben. When you wake up, I need you to do this. I need a Clark Taylor hate club. So you gotta have a picture of Ethan Page and Blake Monroe in. And the headline is going to be the Clark
Cody
Taylor
and Ricky
Club.
Saints.
Yeah, I put Cody and Ricky Saints in there too.
Yeah, there's a bunch.
There you go. Clark, and just add on to it every time.
Are you gonna hate any AEW wrestlers actually, like that are on AEW?
Oh, I've hated a few in the past.
I don't know. You're the prime hate.
Can I hate Danhausen because he's trash?
Oh, you can hate Danhausen.
Y'all make
Danhausen. I thought this was my list.
Sucks, bro. I'm tired of
even in NXT in AEW anymore.
Yeah, he's in AEW. There was like a report that they're extending his contract, bro. Really? Danhausen is trash, bro.
Who do I hate in AEW?
But I can't hate him because he's like nothing to hate. He's just a nobody with face paint.
Like Fletcher.
Oh, well, Kyle Fletcher was the original one that I hated, but I actually kind of like Kyle Fletcher now.
Prototype is that dude, bro.
Yeah, he's good. But remember, I didn't like him before the haircut.
Before it shaved himself.
Yeah. There is somebody, though. We're missing somebody that I definitely
FTR,
like.
there you go.
I kind of like FTR.
Why? They're douchebags.
That's why.
That's the point.
Yeah, but they're just
good at it.
People.
Like that.
Oh, like real life?
Yeah.
I was thinking inside kayfabe. Let me get back to you on that one. Let's talk about
Christian Cage.
See, I like Christian though.
Damn it, I don't. Tony Khan, damn it.
I like him too.
Shad Khan. Aubrey Edwards. There you go. All right, let's go.
I like Aubrey.
Jesus Christ, man. Hate
Jericho?
somebody.
I like him too.
Mox?
I like him too.
Jim Ross.
Wheeler Yuta. Everybody hates Wheeler Yuta.
You know,
Excalibur.
Yeah, I'll give you that one. Yeah, there we go.
Nobody want to hear him talking 900 million syllables in a second,
It's a
bro.
lot. I do like that he commentates in a mask, though. That's a big
Jesus.
ass.
All right, anyways, let's get to the next match.
Oba Femi versus Javon Evans is the new match. We saw Javon take on Trick Williams in a town that maybe isn't quite his hometown, but as Shad will consistently remind you,
Go Birds!
he was a member of the city's football team, and that's American football, Ben, not the other one, not footy or whatever you guys call it.
Not that footsie stuff that y'all be playing.
Football. Yeah, not that one.
What y'all know about wide receiver Matrick Belton, man? 2019 training camp. What y'all know about that?
What was his camp numbers
South
like?
Carolina Gamecock.
Let's talk about it.
Go Cox.
I don't know.
I
can SP3, not SP3. Elliot Shore Parks is the one that keeps camp stats. He legitimately keeps camp stats.
He's
a beat writer for the Eagles. Yeah, bro. Like no BS. It's so
camp
stupid.
Stats is my favorite thing ever. It's like so and so had 6 catches for 56 yards today, and it was like, well, they're playing 2-hand touching pads.
It's the dumbest. It's literally the dumbest stuff ever. But
like now he's got perfect passer rating in camp.
Okay.
Anyways,
before we forget to talk about it, Javon Evans picked up the victory tonight, but not before he almost what did he almost decapitate himself? Dude, he put everyone at risk.
He felt it was very Darby Allin, Jeff Hardy-ish.
That was like they talk about bouncy. I'm pretty sure Corey Graves
borderline Spike Dudley-ish.
Hey, I'm telling you, the moment that spot happened, he had that Philly crowd in the palm of his hand. They love shit like that.
But he didn't elevate, he levitated. Like that he went too high.
By the way, I'm not gonna lie to you. Them having this type of show live in Philadelphia was stupid because the crowd, like y'all mentioned, did not care about most of the show.
Brutal.
It was dead quiet for a lot.
I'm weirdly curious if the crowd wasn't being bleeped for cursing. But then you would also see them be animated. Sorry, Dryzzy.
If you're gonna do this, the pay-per-view should have happened in Philly. You need action, not the go-home show. NXT go-home shows are notoriously bad. I don't know why. It has been a trope since Black and Gold. The NXT go-homes are just trash. I don't know why, but the pay-per-views, that's what should have been in Philly. They would have ate this up though. They would if they could get this spot again with Oba Femi and Javon, they would love that shit.
It was just bizarre to me though. Like throughout the night, you would think that you would even see the crowd be more active, like physically, and there was a lot of like sitting down during matches for a Philly crowd that kind of threw me off. Like even for this show, it was like there was something. I don't know if the expectation was different or what it was, but there was like something amiss, you know?
Yeah.
I felt like it didn't feel like a full Philly crowd other than maybe like one or two, maybe a handful of moments.
For the first match and the last match.
Yeah. Yeah. Over the 2 hours, especially. Yeah. It was interesting. Because Chelsea, they reacted to, by the way, in maybe the most awkward segment of the night.
Well, Chelsea was hot tonight, so
she was good. She
all
made
she
it
was
work.
missing. All she was missing was the bun.
She made it work. But okay, let's give our prediction for Oba Femi and Javon Evans. Also, let's not go without mentioning Mike Santana with the finger guns, distracting Trick Williams to pick up the wink in the gun to pick up the victory shot. I'll start with you though. Who do you got? Oba Femi versus Javon Evans for the NXT championship.
Man, this is so tough because I feel like it's been such a abrupt build, but a lot of the story is Javon Evans trying to overcome everything and getting that opportunity to be the world champion, and that is a big opportunity right now. I don't know if it's one of those situations where there's more to it and we're going to continue the story as it progresses, or this may be the end of the road for Oba. Javon is the one that takes the title off of him, and Oba finds himself on the main roster. I am going to say that it is going to be just the first rodeo between these guys. I don't think Oba loses this time around. I think Javon gets close, so close, but no cigar. I think he loses by like the skin of his teeth, and I got Oba Femi retaining because I can't sell myself for it, man. It's like they haven't built this up for me to like. Oba losing the title has to be a very good storyline where it makes it very meaningful. If he loses on Sunday, this abruptly, as happy as I will be for Joel Evans, I will say it's not fair to both people in that storyline for it to be so like rushed into a build and it happening like that. But so for that, I'm gonna give them the benefit of the doubt, and I think this is just round one for them. And I got Oba retaining it on Sunday.
I really like that. And I've got kind of a similar thought to you, but I'm going to toss it to you next, Drizzy, for this one. Who do you've got between Obafemi and Javon Evans?
See, this is where I disagree with you because you feel like this is just being thrown together, and I feel like this story has been going on since the Eddie Thorpe days of NXT when Oba won the belt. I think that's where this story actually began, and this is them their long term booking because there has been some combination of Javon, Oba, and Trick for a while now, and we were thinking that Stand and Deliver was the culmination of it. I don't think that was it. I think it's just another chapter in it. This story is gonna go, and I kind of feel like it's gonna go all the way to the next Stand and Deliver, and I think they're gonna run back Oba, Javon, and Trick again. And I really believe that that's when they finally pull the trigger because he's Javon's only gonna get bigger. Right now, they're just trying to prove, hey, I belong in the main event scene. I'm not just this young kid that you think don't know nothing. I know a lot. I'm wise beyond my years, and I am just getting better and better each time. And we're just watching him week by week get better and better. This feud is gonna continue on, but I don't think Oba's not giving it up right here. The biggest stage is where Javon will get him, just not at Heatwave. Heatwave is not a big enough stage. So Oba Femi, Death Taxes and Oba Femi are always, always the only things that you can bet on in life.
And I hear you there too. So we have two picks for Obafemi, and here's where I'm at on this one. I think I agree with a lot of what both of you said, especially about now. I know you said it's been building with Javon and Drizzy, but this is where I do agree with Shot a little bit. I think it's too soon in that regard, but what I do think you can use this as, the NXT men's division is missing top heels, scary heels, and Obafemi is logically one. I would love for this match psychologically to start off where Javon Evans is hot and then he gets a little cocky and Oba goes over the top and just decimates him and stands tall over him. And it makes the mountain even bigger to climb. Now it's Obafemi with a bad attitude, not just where Obafemi's at right now with his accomplishments and everything else, but it's Obafemi from a mean place. Like, don't just powerbomb him once, do it 5 times.
Kevin Owens style.
Yeah, through the table over and over and over and over and over again and leave him laying. Stand tall. And Anthony Manzano asked, isn't Jasper Troy a heel? Yes, I meant ones we take more seriously than that. But for right now, and Jasper Troy down the road, we will take very seriously. Don't get me wrong. He's on his way. But at the top of the card, Tony D isn't what that was. He's not at the top of the card right now. Obafemi's at the top of the card. We don't have much. We've got Ethan Page, more cowardly heel. We've got, at the top, a dominant heel. That's something that's missing, and Obafemi can fill that role very nicely and sort of change pace. And I think that's something that we could get out of this match. And then again, down the road, we see Javon win, either in the triple threat as you suggested. Although I think Trick Williams has some business to handle with Mike Santana myself. Obviously after this one, so I'm excited about that match. Just really quick fire picks before we take this home on that match when we do eventually obviously see it, because it was the end of today's show. Mike Santana or Trick Williams, who wins the one-on-one battle there?
Santana.
Santana.
Yeah, I think we're 3 for 3 on Santana. He's as over as anybody. He might have replaced Joe Hendry as the most over male star in TNA.
Nah, if Joe Hendry keep on popping out of refrigerators and shit like that, nah. Joe's got that for life.
They WWE I don't know, man. You can't. Thing is this, man. You can't have this man wrestle Randy Orton at Mania, but have him like pop up on random like dumbass segments on NXT Weekly Show. Like I feel like that is a weird like.
It's almost too much comedy.
It's a little too much comedy, yeah. Like the thing is this, like the dude is able to like create storylines with his like singing gimmick and all that, and we've seen it, but now they're like making him like just too much of a meme.
But that's kind of how that character started, though. That's the original roots of how that started.
The problem though is, does lightning strike twice, right? You know what I mean? I guess that would be the only thing there where you're like, But either way, with that is going to bring us to the end of today's show. Thank you so much for tuning in. On behalf of me, Drizzy, Shad, everybody at WR, we hope you have a great Tuesday. We will see you next week, same time, same place. Check out Grappling for a Position. Check out Spotlight. We had a great interview this week with Chris Weaver. We got all kinds of good stuff on there. Check out the Undercard channel, everything on WR, and we will talk to you soon.
Deuces.
Peace.